Quest Nation, Sanbonan Bafetu, and welcome back to Football Trends with me, OQB. Now, on this video Bafetu, I want us to look at what Utefo Mashamaite had to say in terms of Mduduzi Shabalala, and also we're going to be touching on the new striker, actually, the striker, a winger who is, supposed to sign with the Glamour Boys, and then also we're going to be looking at this player who did not want to move from his top, but now it looks like Umchita now wants to move, and he has been linked with the move to the Glamour Boys before, not now, but before he was linked with the move to the Glamour Boys. But anyways, before we dive more into those details, please do make sure you like the video, you subscribe to the channel, and also don't forget to click the bell notification so that next time when I post a new video, you get notified. Now, Bafetu, like I've said, starting off with what Utefo Mashamaita had to say in terms of Mduduzi Shabalala. Now, he was, comparing him to other youngsters out there, youngsters from Mamelodi Sundowns, and also the Orlando Pirates, which we know those are the three big teams. Kaizer Chiefs, Mamelodi Sundowns, Orlando Pirates, those are the three big teams. So according to the former Shamalati, he says, like you see it at Pirates, you see it at Sundowns, so why not at Kaizer Chiefs? Why can't a youngster like Mduduzi Shabalala carry the team? Mfugeng is carrying Pirates, we can argue for that, so it's just down to also the youngsters at Chiefs to also say, you know what, if Pirates is doing it, if Sundowns is doing it, then why not us? I encourage those around him just to support him and to give him enough support to make sure that he rises to the level where he really can perform at his best. Which is something that I have to agree with him in terms of that. I believe we need to support all of those youngsters, especially knowing what they are carrying a team. Players like Mduduzi Shabalala, he's been carrying the team Bafetu ever since the start of the season. That is something that we have to give him credit for, and also some praise, for doing a job well done. And also we just need to show him some support, some love, because come on Bafetu, if ever he's not going to do it, then who is going to do it? And in terms of that, yes, we've seen players like Relebo Mfugeng and some of other Sundowns players doing it, for their big teams. So why not with our young stars? Should they not, do the same? So definitely I do agree with him when it comes to that. And then next up Bafetu, we do have this player known as Umakabi Glodi Lelepo. According to our sources Bafetu, it looks like Umchita has finally landed in SA as I'm speaking with you. So it looks like he's going to undergo trials work. If ever what I'm getting is true, it looks like he's going to undergo trials, and medicals our past this weekend. So I don't know how they are going to do it, but according to my sources, it looks like that is the case. So I'm hoping to see what the guy has to offer, in terms of Naturena, and probably going to hear the signings of Kaizer Chiefs, because Kombula, today is the 25th, and on the 28th a transfer window yavala. So I'm hoping to hear what Kaizer Chiefs has in store for us, because so far the only signings that we know about is Uteshrik Morris, and also this guy, if ever he is going to sign with Kaizer Chiefs, but he's admired by Coach Nazruddin Nabi, so I think chances are very high Utumchita is going to be a new player being announced at Natura. And again Bafetu, I'm sorry about this, but we might not get to see them play, especially with Soweto Derby, with Cheshrick Morris saving his red card. I don't know if ever he has already served for 2 matches, because he needs to serve for 2 matches, 2-match suspension, but I'm not too sure if ever Magato to Uksainwa Iyabalo le match, because he missed the match when he was signed. So I don't know what is going to happen in terms of that. We will just have to wait and see to find out. But so far, since I joined the Chiefs, we do know this is his first match that is going to miss. So I'm not too sure whether he's also going to miss Soweto Derby now, because it's just around the corner. Like I've said, E25 Namhlanje transfer window is coming to an end, and the only players that we know of is Teshuk Morris and also this guy Umakabi, which is a bit frustrating, because looking at a team like Kaizer Chiefs, we've known from last transfer window with the Kaizer Chiefs needs to sign. So I don't know what they were doing during that time where they needed to prepare for transfers. Even now, know June is coming, they need to prepare for transfers and make sure with Nanganjani they have who and who ready in terms of that. So ukuthi lento yabo ukuthi bazofuna ukusayina, on the last days of the transfer window, I think it's not going to work. Maybe probably that's why we are losing some of the other key players that we definitely do need. And then also Maccabi, I don't think he will be available when it comes to those matches because Kumbule, fitness test, medicals, visa, there's a lot of things that goes on in terms of that, especially when it's international players. So it might take time for him, to be able to be used as a starter when it comes to, Kaizer Chiefs. And then last but not least, Buffet 2, we do have this player. I'm having like mixed emotions when it comes to this player Buffet 2, because to be honest, for me, aside in Lami, being first down cheetah, but after that situation, things got, a bit complicated. I ended up no longer like being interested in this guy. So finally, last when we wanted him, he said he's not done with what he's doing. La bigger corner, he still wants to, do a lot of work. He owes them what. When they signed him, they went to his family in this finalizer, they asked for him. So obviously I think maybe he felt guilty, or he had an obligation, to hold up to Elon management their corner when they signed him. But now looking at him, Buffet, it looks like Umchita was only 18 months, and from this source, I'm not too sure whether we should trust it or not, because it's an unconfirmed source, Buffet 2. But anyways, speaking about it, Umjita, which is Stefan Aziski, I'm sorry, I'm just going to mention his name currently, Stefan Aziski, he once said, some bitter things, especially to our young players, which we do know those players, they need protecting at all costs. But he once said something, and then after that I was just like, as in Vele, he did not even want to come to us. And this just shows what he is, someone who has a bit of an attitude, something like that. I'm not too sure, but if you remember correctly, this is what he said when it comes to Umfundo Villagas.
First of all, I respect my job, because I can say football is my job, and then I love also the football. But I like to learn for everything. The football I can see the high level, you will never see like Ronaldo or the top player doing this thing. This is to lose time, and then you are losing 2-0 to come and do this for me. It's no sense. So I was feeling sad when I see, and even the young player doing this for me. It's not something nice, because for me, really football, is always in front, pass, control, pass, not to joke with the ball. Because you lose the time, you kill also your team. Because in football, every second is important. So when you take the ball and counter-attack, you stop the ball to do the moment you give like 5 seconds to the opponent. Everyone they will come back, so you will not get option. Even you can give the pass to anyone, but you didn't create nothing. Because after the game, when you will finish to do this dance with the ball, after the goal, if I can ask you like who win the game, what you will tell me, like you dance with the ball. So it's not something like I can't appreciate this kind of football, honestly.
So for me, Buffet 2, this was like, something I was like, as in, it's fine, let us just move on. And then we heard, about Clement Mzize coming into play. Then I was interested. But this guy, Stefan Aziski from Young Africans, Buffet 2, it looks like contract is coming to an end, but he's left with just 18 months. And currently, talks is that there are 2 unnamed South African clubs who have made offers, in order to sign this guy. Now, I'm not too sure whether Kaizer Chiefs is part of those teams that they say they have made offers in terms of this guy, but we will know soon enough what is really going on in terms of Stefan Aziski Buffet 2. For me, as Lami, I'm not too sure whether Kaizer Chiefs should sign this guy or not, but if ever they decide what they want to bring him in to the club, even though we know it might bring up some wanted tensions, Pagati within the team, I don't know, but I do feel like it might be the start of a division, because some players are going to be like, when you've done this to our young player, and then some players are going to be like, no, this guy begins Ispansaki was just trying to do his job sort of things, anything, man, like that. So for me, I'm not too sure whether Kaizer Chiefs should approach or and join other teams, because Kumbule, we wanted him desperately. But he said no, So that is something that I think we need also to keep in mind. So please let me know when I'm down in the comment section below what your thoughts in terms of Stefan Aziski coming to Naturena. Thank you so much for watching. Buffet 2. I will see you soon with something new. Peace.